Hey, what's going on? Real Talk with JJ. Welcome. So who am I? I'm a 53-year-old guy. Been an educator for a long time, 30 years, into the subject of music. This October, I've been married for 30 years. Trauma survivor. And thank gosh that I have done a lot of work with that. My wife and I have fostered our son, 2 days old, and then adopted him about 8 months later. I've been to Haiti. Just have explored a lot of cultures, probably because of my music connection and all that. But today I wanted to just, talk about loneliness, and then probably go on a few tangents, but it'll be a story and I'm going to come back. One of the things that's important to me is I am outside. I don't know if you can see my dogs, probably through the fence, maybe not. But I am outside because I love technology. As you can tell, my camera's roaming and looking at me. But I'm very concerned through technology and through AI. I'm not against it, but it's getting a little gross. There's so much content out there, especially on other platforms, where you have to go to the comments to know if things are real or not. So here I am in nature, kind of in my backyard, beautiful day. And one of the goals with this channel is to speak about important topics such as loneliness. And the reason I bring this up is this is a new channel, and I'm not chasing views, I'm not chasing trends. I might do some outlier videos for fun. I'm not worried about vanity metrics. But my loneliness video, which I did outside, very impromptu, made myself do only one take, which is really hard to do, but it's important. I had no idea. I know the topic loneliness is intense, but I had some great people commenting on that. And that's what I wanted to address today. So my thought goes out to one of the viewers, mentioned about how he was taking care of his mom and she was getting very sick near the end. I'm thinking maybe dementia, but I don't know. But what really was frustrating is he was the only one that walked her to the end of this life. From what I understood from reading the comments, he was the only one that was there for her regardless, where other siblings drifted by. He mentioned that someone that was so successful, that had a marriage and had kids, and then at the end of the line, they were so frustrated. And that brings me to a bunch of thoughts. One of them, I have a very good friend where their mom hit 90s, and the mom had to go into a nursing home, and the mom said to the daughter, "I don't know how to do hard." And that's where I think I'm kind of in on a mission, not to brag, but I've done a lot of hard. But I've also, through the hard, you sit through it. I'm just gonna touch my computer to make sure it's still on. The sleep mode things drive me crazy. I don't know. So what I wanted to mention about is, I don't know if the word is flip the script, but loneliness is really tricky. And a lot of us can maybe obsess on being alone, and some people might love it, but I think we can learn from others, learn from this person who commented. And by the way, whatever, 400 views or something and 5 subscribers at least, that's awesome. Thank you so much. And that is quality to me. I am not going to be chasing numbers because it doesn't end on the internet. And YouTube world is the same. Metrics, vanity metrics, we all want so many numbers. I'd rather have some connections and be happy with that. Yes, we spend our time learning about scripting and editing and video making, and that's part of it, and so we want our content to get out there. But I just wanted to thank the 5 that subscribe to this channel, and hopefully you'll benefit from it. So I'm very excited to touch upon loneliness because it got me thinking, and it's about moving forward. If we're lucky, we might live till 90. If we're lucky, we might live till 55 or 60. When I say lucky, is like right now, I'm here, I got a bike ride in today, it's my day off, I'm very fortunate, my health is pretty good, and that's what we have. We have the now. And I bring that up because I think it's important for us to file all the good memories. I'm naturally an introvert, but I do require, not require, it's not the good word, I do sometimes need some sort of connection with people, but I find it less and less as I age. And I have been thinking about loneliness, and I do think when I went through a really hard time in 2023, I'm not going to dive into it too much, But here's the beautiful part. When I was leaving the hospital, I saw the two most important people in my life, my wife and my son. And that just filled my heart. So if I take them out of the picture, if they're not on this earth, that would hurt by insane amounts. But guess what? Loneliness is what we make of it. We have to move forward. Like right now, I'm going to jump into this word. Do I want to stay with loneliness and practice? Because depression can lurk out and a lot of sadness, and we practice that. So maybe this isn't for everyone, but I'm not alone right now. One, I'm speaking to some equipment. That's my humor. But I have this beautiful tree behind me. I have fresh air. I have my two dogs that are here. We have to move forward. I understand when one is suffering and if there's dementia or if you're unfortunately bedridden, it sucks. You know, it's not a good thing. But solitude is where I want to discover things. And all of this speaking is something that I haven't seen as an educator. We don't talk about loneliness. We don't talk about fear, but fear's always there. Hence why we need to do better. We need to do better. Awards, awards, awards. But loneliness and solitude, at least in this culture, at least what I've seen, it's not around. It's something that we don't talk about. We don't talk about death. And I think the more we get comfortable with the uncomfortable, we can succeed. So for me, it is moving forward. So when my mom died, and I think I was 30, 31, it was awful. Not because I was young, not because I was sad she died. Obviously I was. But I was sad that the life she lived. And when she was alive, she was lonely. And when she was alive, she was suffering. And when we're suffering and we're lonely, it's very easy to get on that track, to get on that depression track, because that's part of it. But what about solitude? What about finding peace on what you have right now? Sounds simple, doesn't it? But I don't think we get it. If we got it, why can't we be in the moment? It's very interesting to me when I'm on my bike pedaling and I just hear the tires hitting the gravel. I'm thankful. And look I know everyone's different. Everyone's coming from different places. But we got to look within. You know, you got to move forward. We could be lonely because maybe you have a son that doesn't talk to you anymore. Or maybe you got in a fight with some family members. All that sucks. And you can resolve it by accepting that it might not be resolved. I am also moving to make sure that my computer's still working. But the computer's going to find solitude once it sleeps, and I'm literally just talking to a camera. There's no recording. Yes, I'm not using my phone. That's another conversation. My phone's definitely appreciating some solitude right now. But listen, it's okay that depression's there. It's okay to be lonely, and I have been reading that more people in their 50s are feeling not washed up, but feeling empty nester syndrome, or they've given it their all. No, move forward. Life is about movement. If you can hike a little bit, cook, whatever it might be, there's a lot of different groups. There's community groups, there's the YMCA, maybe there's a hiking club, take a drawing class, take an instrument. Because when you go into different experiences, it brings you different places. In the places, you meet other awesome people. But think about solitude. And I know that maybe some comments will come in and say, well, they're two different things. Sometimes loneliness is the grim reaper and you just can't get out of it. And that's where you have to say, okay, this is what's happening. Okay, I lost my spouse. But you have to learn how to sit in the ugly. And if you're still cognitively there, you can go ahead and control. Think about what you can control. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm aware that there's some birds sounding beautiful. I'm aware of the wind. And maybe to younger people, that's kind of like, okay, you're losing it. But I'm not. This is the present. This is what we have. And it is a present. So I'm going to stop there. Let me know what you think. Are you thinking of going onto the Solitude train? Let me know. I wish you guys could see my dog, but I think the fence is kind of blocking them. But let's see. I don't know. They're sitting back to back. See him maybe?